you need to remove these small slivers of meat because it gets tough when you cook it. So you need to at least remove more or less this one. If it has a silver lining, you need also to remove this as well. This is an example of the silver lining. If you don't remove this, it will be tougher when you cook, and it will be harder for you to chew. Even if you cook it on a very long time, that sliver of lining will not get softer. So you need to remove this. Can you see it? Trimmed mostly the excess skin, the silver skin in the meat, and it looks like something like this. So less trimmings. There's still somewhere here. Reminder again, if you don't remove the silver skin, when you cook it, it's going to be tough. Okay, so I'm going to put the other tenderloin here. I bought about 500 grams of pork tenderloin. Now I'm going to show you how to medallion. Medallion or noisette is often the term for this. It means it's a small medallion size, or noisette in French. Now we use the term Chateaubriand on beef tenderloin, but on pork tenderloin we use medallions or noisette, or interchangeably. So I'm going to cut about roughly 1 inch thick. Okay. In uniform sizes. Then later on I will form them using a cling wrap. There. I'm going to do this on the other tenderloin tip. Okay, after cutting them, it will look like something like this. Now you have two options. One is to form them using your hand into something like this. See? Something like this. Or another thing is you could use either a cheesecloth, or in this case, I'm going to use cling wrap. So I'm going to put the meat here and we'll try to form it. So you could form it properly, like that. And using the back of your knife, you could pound it slowly until it resembles something like this. See? This one. Okay. Now I'm going to remove the tenderloin and put it in the plate. And now I'm ready to season it. What I'm going to use now is, one is a pimiento, which is this one, Spanish paprika. Another one is tarragon. So this is the tarragon. Okay. One is an onion, ground onions. Okay. Then the standard salt and pepper. I'm going to put this all together now. And mix it together. Then I'm going to season my tenderloin. After this, I will let it sit for a while so that the spices will absorb in the meat. Then later on, I'm going to sear the meat using cooking oil or olive oil depending on what I have, and sear the meat. And we will have the medallions or pork medallions or pork facet depending on where you are. Okay. Okay, the pan is hot and now we're introducing the meat. And we're going to sear this for about 2 minutes on each side. Okay, roughly about 2 minutes. Again. Okay, roughly about 2 minutes. This will cook. And we just flip the other side of the meat and cook for another 2 minutes. Please. Okay. Okay, well, the second batch is being cooked. We put the first batch in tissue paper so that the oil will absorb in the tissue paper. As you can see, it's already being cooked. To test the doneness of the meat, if you have an instant read thermometer, it's registered at 160 Fahrenheit. Or once you see that the inside is not as pink or is basically white, it's already been cooked. And the juices are clear. Okay, we'll just wait for the second batch. Tastes great, by the way. Okay, after removing the last batch of the tenderloin, we're going now to deglaze the pan. We're gonna put some orange juice, about 1/2 to a cup. Okay, that's enough. And we're going to deglaze the pan. Deglazing means getting the essence of the browned meat or the trimmings during frying. Initially, if there's so much oil, you have to remove leave at least 1 tablespoon of oil while you boil the deglazed pan, and we're going to get the essence of that oil. And later on, we're going to add a flour, about 3 tablespoons later on. Once it boils, we're going to add the flour now and mix it to create a sauce or a gravy. What we're going to do is transfer this one into a bowl using a sieve. So by doing that, we're removing the lumps or the residue from the sauce. And later on, we're going to top this over the tenderloin medallions. Okay, it's done. So later on, I will show you the final product.